Hi, my name is Susan Edwards. My son is Bennett Edwards. He is now 11 years old and in the 5th grade. I wanted to tell you a little bit about our story. So Bennett's case is a little bit different than your typical case, so I'm told. Bennett was typically developing. We saw no signs or anything, and so our diagnosis came as a complete shock. He was meeting all of his milestones. He did everything just the same as his older brother. However, at about 2 years and 3 months, we noticed he wasn't learning words as quickly as his older brother had. So we took him for his first evaluation, and they just diagnosed him with a speech delay. We did have services come into our home. I believe it was once a week at first. And as time went on, like each month, we noticed a regression. He stopped learning new words completely. Then he stopped using the words that he did know. And then the eye contact started going away. And so at 2 years and 11 months, the diagnosis was switched to autism. And to say we were devastated would be an understatement. So it was a really hard time. It was very hard to admit that something was wrong with our child. And the idea of what we thought his life was going to look like isn't what his life was going to look like. So let me just say that I completely understand all of those feelings. But we trudged on with the help of so many others. And we did start him in a developmental preschool at Ben Quinn. Miss Stephanie Poindexter was his lead teacher. And through Stephanie, I feel like our life turned around. They really knew what they were doing, and it was an amazing place for him. When he started, he was almost nonverbal at that point. He would say mama, daddy, Bob, which was his older brother, and then by that point he had a younger sister, which her name is Caroline, but he called her Chichi, and that was about all he would say. They taught him some sign language so that it was easier for him to express his wants and needs. And we also had speech therapy on board. We had OT therapy, and it really made a difference in our lives. He was very fortunate to be with Miss P and Miss Amanda at Ben Quinn for 3 years of preschool due to a late birthday. And by the time he started kindergarten, it was an amazing transformation. I can't say enough about getting that early intervention started. It's a really scary thing when, even if you already think that something might be wrong, to actually hear those words or to see it printed out on paper and know that somebody else sees it as well, it makes those worst fears real. And every time we would have an evaluation or an IEP or something like that, it was devastating to see how far behind he was. But each time we would also see progress. And so that was also very rewarding at the same time. Bennett started kindergarten when he was 6, and he was in a special ed classroom. He did get to go to regular ed with his peers for lunch and for specials like music and art, those things just starting out. And I think that was really good to get that peer modeling. Then he was just growing by leaps and bounds. It was amazing. And, all of our services did continue. And by 2nd grade, he was in a regular ed classroom full time. And he would just get pullouts to the special ed classroom to help him with his math and to help him with his reading and social skills. So I didn't know if that would ever happen. When my husband and I first found out, we didn't know if he would live with us forever. And if so, that was okay. But we just didn't know what to expect. And then I remember at my first IEP, they asked, what is your hope for him? And I said, if he wants to be a garbage man, I just want him to be able to be a garbage man. It didn't matter what he wanted to be. I just wanted him to be able to do it. And now he tells me he might want to be a train conductor. He might want to be a principal. He might want to be an architect. He might want to draw maps for a living. And with the way he's doing, I believe he can do it. And so please, please, please get your child tested if you have the slightest doubt about anything. It would better to be safe than sorry. Get those early intervention services that are offered and accept all the help that's out there for you, because those people will make a huge difference in your child's life. Thank you very much and have a great day.